3 felony charges, 1 desperate plea. Marissa Mañana offers bond, but there's a catch. Full GPS monitoring. Judge Boyd charges hard. No contact with complainants until your trial. You won't believe what's next.
Court is calling. We're gonna deal with the indicted cases first, then we'll deal with the night mag.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, court is calling 2024 CR 5961, 2024 CR 5962, 2024 CR 5963, 2024 CR 5964, and 2024 CR 5965. State of Texas versus Marissa Mañana. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett,
Defense?
Anthony Zamora for Ms. Magana.
All right, off the record. Mr. DeLeon, if you could have them move your client to the end, they'll do it. All right, we're back on the record. And are you Marissa Mañana?
Yes, sir.
Pronounce your last name.
Magana.
Magana. Okay. All right, we are here. Defense, you're requesting bonds. Is that correct?
I believe the only ones, and this is what I've been told, so I believe the only ones that she needed to be magistrate in a bond set was 5961, 5963, and 5965. All the odd numbered ones.
All right, and so Deputy Laura has tendered those to me.
And I believe that there's bond set already on 62 and 64.
All right, does anyone know the amount of bonds that are set on 6-2 and 6-4?
6'4", I believe it's at the beginning it was 10,000, Judge. I believe it's still 10,000. But that's not my, JD's not updated,
It's
so.
not a.
Okay,
That's been the problem last week for me, Your Honor. I've been trying to get this information. And they've been helpful, but it kind of changed from when I started to yesterday.
okay.
Looked like on 6'2", at least initially started at 10,000 also.
I think that's correct.
Okay. All right, so defense is asking for bonds and the cause numbers ending in 61, 63, 65,
Yes, ma'am.
61. The alleged offense date is January 26, 2024.
That's what they just told me.
All right, 63,
October
The-
7th.
date is October 7th, 2023.
Yes, ma'am.
And 65, the date is October 7th, 2023. Is that correct?
That's the information that they gave me.
All right. So defense is requesting a bond on these 3 cases. They're listed as state jail felonies.
Yes, ma'am.
So state, what are you requesting for a bond?
The other ones that were listed at also state jails that I mentioned earlier, Judge, so the state would be requesting a $10,000 bond on each.
Judge, the only thing I would present to the court, and I know the court's been doing this a long time. She knew what was going to happen today. We knew we weren't going to be able to process her downstairs. She's here. She's dressed warmly because it may take a day or two. So her appearing in court is not going to be in question. And I'm going to write the bond, so I have no doubt that she's going to make the appearance. I leave it to the court.
Okay. All right. So part of the Ms. Magana,
Magana.
I don't know what to do with that G sometimes. All right. Part of my duties in setting bonds is to make sure that community is protected. For example, that no other alleged offenses are committed, right? So this is what the court is going to do. The court can set your bonds in each of these cases at 5,000, but the court is going to order full GPS. Or the court can order it at $10,000 each. And I think that would ensure your appearance without the GPS.
The GPS is going to be restrictive, so I would suggest the $10,000. The $10,000 voucher.
All right, then I'm going to follow the agreed recommendation from the state. And your bond in each of these cause numbers is going to be set at $10,000. And the court will note for the record that these cases appear to be recently indicted. And Mr. Garehand, I know you're not the person who recently indicted and that you're not in intake. State any conditions that you're requesting outside of GPS?
Judge, I don't have to, I do not have to take the names. anybody associated with those cases, we'd ask no contact. Also, no contact with the co-defendant in the ag robbery case.
All right, so there's to be no contact with the complainants. And what is the co-defendant's name?
Eric? Sorry, last name?
Looks like Eric,
Kelly, I'm sorry, Eric Kelly.
How do you spell the Eric
E-R-I-K,
and the last name?
last name is K-E-L-L-E.
All right, so in each case, there's to be no contact with the complainants and no contact with Eric Kelly.
And Judge, both have court settings this morning,
Okay,
other than courthouse, courtroom, or what have you.
all right. Next, we're gonna take up night mag number 738938. The bond is set at $55,000.
Judge, the bond was initially set at 50. We made that bond. I made that bond. The bond was increased by Judge Her, but I don't believe she had the court dates. If that January 26th date is accurate, that's the only one that's showing after the date. I'm thinking there's an error with that. That all these were prior to this offense, but I believe that's why I believe Judge Her increased it from 50 to 55. I would humbly ask the court to reinstate the 50. Mainly because it's less work, I mean, to go through this process, but it's still a high enough to secure her appearance. And
All right, everyone, please whisper.
The reason it was increased was because there's a violation report on file.
All right, so.
which is the new cases that,
All right, could someone print out the violation report for the court?
oh, yes, ma'am.
The judge, just, I just became aware from another SSBA that I believe that this individual may have some charges outside of Harris County, particularly in Guadalupe County, the charge of first degree ag robbery. So that this may be.
That's not correct.
It's not correct at all. Not at all.
All right, so let's do this. On this case, we're gonna step back and state if you all can call the prosecutor over in Guadalupe County, and then
That's fair.
they'll confer with you.
Yes, ma'am.
So on the case that's ending in night mag, well, that's night mag number 738938. The court is not going to hear that at this time. We're gonna bring it back after the state and the defense have had a chance to speak with the prosecutors in Guadalupe County.
Yes, ma'am.
And what I can tell you is, once they've spoken to the attorneys in Guadalupe County, the court will make a determination on whether the bond of $55,000 is appropriate or not.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
Yes.